So with that, we just want to reiterate that if you're an organization either outside of education or at another educational institution, that this is our care. Our care is surrounded around our students and one another. For you, our hope for the summit is that you have takeaways next year for your own organizations on how your employees and your stakeholders all feel care within your organization. And we hope to be a part of that, to share the growth that we've had over the last few, very many years of trying to build this within our organization as we continue to still try to build. So with that, I'm going to start our introductions and then ask everyone to speak for just a second. So Dr. Gary Packard is the interim University of Arizona Senior Vice Provost for Online Initiatives, where he oversees Arizona Online and the University of Arizona Global Campus. And welcome to Dr. Blake Naughton, my apologies, is Vice Provost for Academic Affairs, Teaching and Learning for Online Initiatives at the University of Arizona Global Campus. Dr. Tony Farrell is a Dean at the University of Arizona Global Campus. And Dr. Dan Augusto is currently the program chair for the Homeland Security and Emergency Management Bachelor Program at the University of Arizona campus, as well as the co-chair for this year's summit. So I want to thank everyone for being here for this welcome this morning. Dan, would you like to start us off with a welcome for everyone?
Sure. This is my chance to just say welcome as well to the Culture of Care Summit. And I just want to also remind anybody that if you're having any issues accessing sessions, if you can email Culture of Care Summit, all one word, at uagc.edu. And now, without further ado, I will hand it off to Dr. Packard to see if he has any words.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you, Michelle, for getting us started this morning. And I always have words, Dan, so I'll have a couple of words for you this morning, but comes with the job, I think. But first, this doesn't happen by accident, as you know. It happens because a lot of people care about caring in this university, and it's really good to have a team that can put such a great conference together. So big thanks to everyone who had a hand in putting this together and pulling together all the pieces and the information that went out ahead of time and the technology support and all the things that happened to make a virtual conference or an in-person conference run. So thank you for the whole team for helping us out. And thank you especially also for the speakers and the presenters and the panelists and the facilitators and the folks that will help guide us along the way through this conference. It's truly a love for this culture that people are showing when they step up and help us to do these kinds of things. So I appreciate that. And then at the most importantly, thank you to everyone dialed in and taking part in this. It demonstrates your commitment to our culture and to what we're doing and where we're going. As you all know, the CARE acronym stands for communicate, advocate, respect, and empower. But the two most important parts of that acronym, in my opinion, are the word at the front, which is culture, and the foundational piece that actually sits under that, and that's a student-centered focus. And those pieces all come together to make this work the way we need it to work. So it is really, really helpful for us to kind of ground ourselves in our students as we think about what a culture of care means for all of us. And in my mind, culture of care is that care we give to each other as faculty and staff and people who work with students every day so that we are empowered and we are thriving in an environment that helps us care for the students in a meaningful way. So it all creates one big circle. Student success is built on faculty and staff success, and everybody's success is built on a caring, respectful environment in which we work each and every day. There's an old saying that says people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You've probably heard that before. And a recent example of that I just wanted to share with you, as many of you know, we had our accreditation visit from our accreditor WASC last week, where our WASC team came out. They spent time with faculty, they spent time with leaders, they spent time with students. And in the conversation with the chair before she left and gave us our outbrief, she shared with me during that outbreak that their team clearly learned during the time that this culture of care was not just something we talked about, but it's something that we genuinely believe in. And she very clearly said the team consistently saw across this university people who were genuine in their student first attitudes, genuine in how they cared for their students, and genuine in how they cared for each other. A true testament to seeing how much we care before caring about how much we know. That's what culture of care is all about. And at the end of the day, they said they also recognize clearly that this is a unit committed to continuous improvement. That's this conference. This conference takes the great culture we have and makes it even better every time we sit around and take time out of our busy days to talk about caring. So I just wanted to put that in context that this is not just something we do, it's who we are as a university. And I'm so glad that we celebrate this every year and that we spend time to make it better at it every year. And that's really, really important. So thank you all for putting this together, and I am excited to see what happens throughout the conference. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Packard. For everybody observing, we're working on getting any technical issues corrected right now. Dr. Naughton, do you have anything to add?
Sure. Hi, everyone. And welcome to the Summit 2025. I'm super excited. So, Michelle, Dan, the whole committee, and everyone that put work into making this happen, I want to start by thanking you for bringing us together for this fantastic purpose. Just 2 weeks ago, we had a small huddle with some of our students, kind of a voice of the student session. And one comment that stood out to me, which was a student who transferred from a community college. And at that community college, which is face to face, all the different parameters of maybe building connection, she felt like they cashed her checks and didn't really care about her. And she said the number one thing that has impressed her about UAGC is our ethos of caring, and that people reach out to her. She thinks the professors, the advisors, the enrollment people, everyone sincerely are looking out for her, and that's just what it's all about, folks. It's having an impact, and it's helping our students to succeed. So I really appreciate the intentionality that you're all bringing to reflecting on our practice and thinking about how we do this right, and to be a learning organization where we sit back and we take the time out of our busy work days to say, how's this work? What have you learned in your classroom or in your interactions with students or whatever? So I just really appreciate everyone taking the time to come together in those 5 rooms and all the work you did to make us into a virtual conference room, and how we can go around for the next couple of days and learn from each other. That's the best way that we can all just continue to improve on what we're doing. So thank you all that are participating in the conference, and thanks to the organizers again. I'm excited for the next couple of days.
Thanks so much, Dr. Naughton. And Dr. Farrell, would you have any words for our attendees for the next 2 days?
Sure. I think everybody's covered kind of what I wanted to share this morning, but so I'll be brief so we can jump right into the summit. But I just want to welcome everybody to the summit this year. This is year 2, and it's a privilege, a true privilege to be with you today and our team. And we're going to come together and we're going to celebrate and strengthen our shared commitment to our culture and that supports every learner every day and our faculty and staff here at UAGC. We're going to learn from a number of thought leaders and presenters during the next 2 days that will really hopefully will fill your cup and give you more tools in your toolbox. So, and again, at the core of this commitment, I just want everybody to recognize here related to the culture of care are the 5 pillars, as Dr. Packard shared: communicate, advocate, respect, empower. And that's all foundationally based upon being a student-centered organization. So these principles are more than words to us. They shape how we connect, how we lead, and how we create meaningful experiences for our students and each other. So I'm going to end by thanking Gary and Blake for their leadership. a summit or a conference like this doesn't happen without the support of our leaders. Katie Shea, our Vice Provost of Student Success, who's not on the welcome panel, but is a leader who leads our Culture of Care initiative within the institution. And then Michelle and Dan, your tireless behind the scenes work is really what makes this go, along with that outstanding Culture of Care team, that summit team who has worked tirelessly over the last several months to make this happen. So that being said, thanks everybody for being here, and let's have a powerful and inspiring summit over the next 2 days.
Thank you, Dr. Farrell. I too want to say thank you real quick. We have about 4 minutes left. I want to talk a little bit about how to get to the sessions, but first, again, just like Dr. Farrell stated, we need to thank so many people. This does not happen. This is a totally self-sponsored conference with over 60 sessions, and all of you make it happen. I could thank so many people personally, but I want to make sure we start with a planning group. We have our project manager, Dr. Joe Kappa, that helps us. Then we move into our facilitation team, which right now is the Department of Behavioral Sciences here at University of Arizona Global Campus. I can't say enough about Dr. Augusto's assistance with all of this, all the great communications that have happened. I do want to give a huge shout out though, and I apologize if I don't get someone in this, but Brandy Black, if you're out there, thank you. The website that all of you are going to access today is exceptionally designed. And you can actually go in by hours and see the sessions that you can attend. It is exceptional. And that is what I want to move into as well, is how we have to house this particular summit. So we have a live webpage, which most of you access today. And the Zoom rooms do not need to be registered for. They are only existent on this private website. So as you go through, you'll either enter, again, Zoom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to access the session you want. We've also staggered some of the sessions in case you get into one and you're going, it wasn't exactly what I was looking for, or I really want to see parts of both of these. We've done that so that you can jump back to the website and then go back into another session if you'd like. You're welcome to jump around as much as possible. We also want to put an accentuated accent on care, not just learning about care, but caring for yourself. So if you just need a little break during the day, a little coffee break, we also have rooms where you can go in. They're non-facilitated. We have box breathing sessions, meditation sessions, different things that you can go into just to kind of be by yourself and just listen to yourself, because you're going to find some of these sessions really talk about the importance of that awareness, so that you can be a great leader, be a great team manager, be a great colleague, whatever your organization is looking for. So that is how you get back to the sessions. Every one of our sessions will also provide that link back to the website in case you don't have it bookmarked or on a different place. So we'll offer that, as well as, again, the Clifford Blizzard Award nomination form. So we really look forward to your participation there. We also have our closing this afternoon. I hope you'll join us. Dan and I will be just kind of closing us out today and going over tomorrow's schedule. But again, we want to welcome everyone. And I want to give one last, we're almost at time, like 30 seconds. Anybody have any last comments in the room? If not, we're going to put that website back into the chat and everyone can start joining their sessions. Anybody? All right. Well, everyone, enjoy your sessions. Again, reach out to Culture of Care Summit at uagc.edu if you have any trouble accessing anything, and we will get that worked on as soon as possible. And enjoy your sessions today. Thanks so much. Take care.